years of nothing. I walk through the playfields, I didn't look down. I watched the revolution from the edge of the crowd. I stood in the rubble of two burning wars, 600 years of nothing behind 600 doors. I learned the shape of silence, I learned the weight of stone. I learned that living forever just means dying alone. Nothing moved me, nothing stayed. Every century just faded, just the same. 600 years of nothing, and I felt nothing at all. 600 years of darkness, and I never once heard a sound that made me stop. 600 years of nothing, and then a woman laughed across a crowded train, and I got off at the wrong stop, and nothing has been the same. I have memorized empires, I have outlived every king. I have stood at the edge of absolutely everything, and return home before dark to a room with no warmth. 600 years of silence, 600 years of north. Nothing reached me, nothing stayed. Every face I ever saw just faded. 600 years of nothing, and I felt nothing at all. 600 years of darkness, and I never once heard a sound that made me stop. 600 years of nothing, and then a woman laughed across a crowded train, and I got off at the wrong stop, and nothing will ever be the same. Wrong stop. There's a man on the sea train who never looks right. He holds the bar too carefully, like he's afraid of height. He wears a beige coat, like he's from somewhere else. Like somewhere else means somewhere that no longer exists. He doesn't blink enough, he speaks like he's translating. He looks at ordinary things like they need investigating. Like a coffee that feels exactly right. He was there again on Thursday, and again on Friday morning. I caught him looking at me once. He looked away without warning, like my eyes were something dangerous, like being seen was new. 600 years of hiding, and I saw right through. Tuesday. She orders the same coffee every single time. She argues about baseball, like the outcome is a crime.
She stops for pigeons on a crowded afternoon. She reads on the subway and laughs before the punchline comes.
I am 6 centuries old.
I have seen everything,
and I've never watched anyone do ordinary things like they were worth
watching. He holds the coffee cup but never takes a sip. He chooses words precisely, like they might slip. Like language is a country he visits but can't stay. Like he learned to speak in some much older way.
He listens like I'm rare, like I'm saying something new. Like 28 years of living is the most impressive thing he's ever come across in all the years he's been alive. We're sitting in October in a cafe on the 6th, talking like we've known each other longer than we've lived. He's learning what a Tuesday is. I'm learning what it means to be known by someone who has seen everything
and still
chose
this.
She kicked the leaves in Central Park like she invented autumn. She named the pigeons like they had been waiting to be named.
She asked me what the oldest thing I ever touched felt like.
I told her,
Constantinople.
she said.
Say that again.
He said Constantinople, like he remembered the stones,
Like he had been there
in a way I couldn't place.
I looked at his pale face and his two still eyes,
And I thought,
whatever you are, you're the most alive thing I have ever sat across from in a coffee shop in October in New York. We're walking into November through a park full of gold. that giving something to someone
affection is an address. He came from the darkness behind me on the street. He spoke in a language that died in the 14th century. He said the window above me was lit for the wrong eyes. He said whatever I was feeling was gonna get her killed. He said affection is an address. He said warmth leaves a trace. He said the things that are watching, I've already seen her face. He said go, he said leave, he said 600 years should have taught me what it costs to need. And he was gone before I turned around, and I was standing in the cold with the sound of everything I already knew getting louder. Affection is an address. Love leaves the light on, and everything that hunts follows the glow. She has no idea that caring about her made her visible to things she doesn't know exist. Affection is an address, and I am standing on a street trying to decide if leaving her is the only way to keep her. 600 years and I never once hesitated. 600 years and I never once felt the weight of what it means to want something you can't protect by wanting it. She laughed at a pigeon today, I know because I was there. She bought the same bagel from the same place, I know because I watched. I know the way she reads, I know the specific sound her boots make on the subway stairs. I know all of this, and all of this is what I am about to walk away from. He was right, the man